You know what? It's not that I was second guessing. I'm just aware. You know, some people are like, oh my gosh, it stuck. They said it stuck with her. No, it didn't stick with me. You know, just sometimes you're aware that you're not everybody's favorite. And that's okay, I still got paid.
Y'all, for years the streets have been saying Beyonce and Kelly Rowland slowly stopped talking to Michelle Williams. The brown-skinned girl snub, the Instagram follow situation, the political rally Michelle wasn't at, the Tina Knowles family events where it's always Bey and Kelly arm in arm and Michelle nowhere to be found. Online, they have been saying it for over a decade. Those three weren't really three. They were two and a guest.
Kind of version of the newlywed game. I'm gonna ask you all to tell on each other. Okay, who's the most boy crazy?
Kelly right now. No. Y'all slick. They both their eyes went over here to me, but my eyes go over there to y'all.
Okay, and whose hair is the biggest in the morning? Whose hair looks the worst in the morning?
And now Michelle, her own self, has finally said the quiet part out loud. Said in her own words she held back from Bey and Kelly. Said for a lot of folks, she was just Beyonce, Kelly, and that other girl. Sis confirmed it with her own mouth. Let me get into it. Hit subscribe and that little bell before we dive in. We cover these Destiny's Child threads every time a new piece drops, and you do not want to miss the next chapter. Now let's go. You gotta rewind to 2000 to understand the whole thing. Because Beyonce and Kelly, they grew up together. Kelly moved into the Knowles house when she was a child. Tina raised her like a daughter. Matthew managed her.
I just have to shout out to Matthew Knowles, Tina Knowles, Beyonce and Kelly Rowland. The work ethic. You have to have an amazing work ethic to even be here. I'm here 20 years later.
Yeah.
You know, so I
Looking
I
the
gotta,
same age, I'm gonna say.
I gotta thank the people that instilled working hard.
By the time they were teenagers, those two were sisters before they were ever bandmates. LaToya and Latavia got pushed out. Michelle got brought in mid say my name shoot, y'all. Walked into a sisterhood that was already a sisterhood. And online, they've been saying for years, she never fully got let in. The pattern started early. SNL parodied her as that other girl in 2001. The 106 in Park fall in 2004, where the girls kept walking and left her on the floor. Black Twitter has been reposting that clip for years, captioned, "That was foreshadowing." The group disbanded in 2005, and Bey and Kelly went on to build empires together.
And I want Destiny's Child to come back and kill it. I want us each to grow individually, become stronger, and write some great songs together and do something unpredictable and different, and basically show the world that girls can get along. And girls can love each other, and girls can go do solo records that are successful and still come back and love their group members.
Michelle went gospel. The lanes split. But here's where it got real. In 2018, Michelle checked herself into treatment for thoughts of unaliving herself after her broken engagement to Pastor Chad Johnson. And then in 2021, she dropped her memoir, Checking In: How Getting Real About Depression Saved My Life.
We were going through big times. We were having so much fun. And like I said, when I got into Destiny's Child, it was a moving train. You know, it was kind of like I was in London and I just hopped on one of the moving trains. And we had to go. And I was having so much fun, and they were life-saving to me. These were two girls who showed me loyalty and love.
That book is what cracked the whole thing open. Because Michelle revealed Bey and Kelly didn't know about her clinical depression during the group, didn't know how dark it had gotten. Her own words, for a lot of folks, it was Beyonce, Kelly, and that other girl. Then she went on Entertainment Tonight with Bey and Kelly right there and looked at them and said, I should have done that with y'all. I've been open about a lot of things that I never was really truthful about how I really was. And Beyonce, and I want y'all to listen real close, said they feel honored that they are now her safe space. Now, not always, not the whole time, now.
I should have done that with y'all. I've been open about a lot of things, but I never was really truthful about how I really was.
I think that also, people should know that along with friendships, there is humility. And you have to allow yourself to hold a safe place and a safe space for all friendships to be able to check in. It's a blessing to be able to have that. when it's that person, your person, is nothing that they'll judge you for. It's nothing you can't tell them. I think that's the greatest thing the Destiny's Child has ever given me is my gift of friendship for you ladies.
Absolutely. And I just know Kelly and I feel so honored that we are now your safe place where you can express any and everything.
Black Twitter caught that one word and ran 10 miles with it. Because if you now became her safe space, what were you for the 20 years before that? Online, they're saying that was Beyonce accidentally confirming the friendship was never what the public thought it was. And the receipts kept coming. 2020 Brown Skin Girl drops. Beyonce's whole Black is King visual album, a whole love letter to Black womanhood. Who's featured prominently celebrating with Beyonce? Kelly Rowland. Where's Michelle? Nowhere. Drama pages were saying that wasn't no scheduling conflict, that was a snub. The Bey and Kelly hug in that video? Black Twitter captioned it, the moment the group became two. Then 2024 hit. Beyonce and Kelly showed up together to a big political rally in October, side by side. Big public moment. Michelle? Not there. Fans clocked it immediately. Online, they've been saying that was the moment that proved it. The political stuff, the family stuff, the Tina Knowles birthday stuff when it's real, it's just Bey and Kelly. Michelle gets invited when it's promotional. And speaking of Tina's 70th birthday in January 2024, Michelle was there.
I love my life and how she's been an angel for me for 25 years. And she's always been present, loving, consistent, and this is her time to get her flowers.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you know, when she first opened up about her diagnosis to you, what was going through her mind?
What was going through my mind, that if you know Miss Tina, you know she's going to get through anything that life throws her way.
But the way Michelle herself described it on her podcast, she said she got invited. Honey, you got invited to your own sister's mama's 70th? You didn't show up because the family said come through? You got an invitation? Lipstick Alley ate that up. There's a thread that's been running for nearly a decade about why Michelle doesn't even follow Bey and Kelly on Instagram. One of the most quoted comments said she's probably sick of the letter B said. Just picture her eye twitching every time somebody mentions yellow, B, blue, Z, hips, weave, or ivy. The pettiness was sending people. If you living for this so far, do me a favor and drop a comment with the moment you first realized it was Bey, Kelly, and Michelle separately, not the three of them together, because everybody has the one. Like the video while you down there. Now in February 2025, Michelle went on Jennifer Hudson and made a reveal that hit different. The host asked who's most active in the Destiny's Child group chat. Michelle said, and this killed me, surprisingly me. Surprisingly her.
What's the Destiny's Child group text like?
It is pure, it's friendship, it's all of those things. Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I could figure out. Who's the most talkative out of you three?
Who's the most talkative?
Yeah, is it true?
Surprisingly, me.
Online, they've been saying that's the smoking gun. The friend who's always reaching out is the friend who's worried about the silence. Bey and Kelly got each other. Michelle is the one trying to keep the thread alive. And then July 2025, the Cowboy Carter reunion happened in Vegas. Surprise appearance. The girls back together on stage. Beautiful moment. Until Michelle got on her podcast after and admitted she was panicking the whole time. Drama pages immediately reframed that whole reunion as last-minute damage control, a PR olive branch after years of the distance becoming too loud to ignore. Online, they're saying it wasn't spontaneous, it was strategic. Then, on Watch What Happens Live in September 2025, Andy Cohen asked Michelle about a reunion album. She dodged. Said why we're able to have impact is because of what we don't share. Y'all, that is corporate speak for we are not close enough to record together. That is the kind of answer you give when the truth would burn the building down.
Did Beyonce say these are going to be the songs, or did you all get together and figure out what you should perform that night?
See, I don't like giving away secrets.
Okay.
There are talks, but I think too why we're able to have impact too. It's not only because
the fact that people miss us, it's because of what we don't share.
And just early 2026, Michelle went on her podcast and described attending, and I want y'all to hear how she phrased it. An intimate dinner hosted by Beyonce and Kelly Rowland. Hosted by them, not we had dinner, not we got together. She's a guest at their thing. Online, they clipped that phrasing within hours. And here's the part that makes the whole story click, because Michelle ain't the first. Every non-Bey, non-Kelly member of Destiny's Child has said the same thing in different words. LaToya Luckett and Latavia Roberson left back in the day claiming Matthew Knowles unfairly favored Beyonce and Kelly. Farrah Franklin went on Vlad TV and said she felt like an outsider, said nobody in the group cared about her except Michelle. And now Michelle is sitting here in her memoir saying she felt like that other girl. It's the pattern. Bey and Kelly were always the duo. Everybody else was temporary. Michelle just lasted longer than the rest before she figured it out. So tell me what you think. Did Bey and Kelly grow up and grow apart from Michelle naturally? Did they freeze her out over the religious differences online folks been pointing to for years? Or did they never really let her all the way in to begin with? And Michelle is finally, 25 years later, telling us what the photos always said. Drop it in the comments. Hit that like, subscribe if you're new around here, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, baddies.